So today what we're going to be talking about, as you can see, is rig gaming headsets. Now let's talk for a second before we get into the review. If any of you have been with my channel since the beginning, the rig headsets were actually the very first gaming headset I ever reviewed. That was back when rig was owned by Plantronics, right? You all remember that? And I absolutely loved that headset back then. We're talking, I believe, 2 years. I've been on YouTube for about 2.5 years or so, maybe a pinch more right there. But again, the rigs were the very first headset I ever reviewed. Hey everyone, Techne here. I just want to do a quick review on these Plantronics Rig 800 LX. So as you see here, we have 3 different models we're going to be talking about today. The 500 Pro HX, the 500 Pro EX, and then the 700 Pro HX, the wireless version. And I'm going to compile all these into one review. I'm going to try to stay as focused and easy as I can right here for all of us, myself included, you know what I mean? But again, there's a whole lot of similarities. Even though these are different headsets, the core aspects of them are very, very similar, which is why I'm going to combine them here. All right, so first off, as we're looking at all the boxes here, as you can see, they all are Xbox headsets. But as far as the 500 Pro EX and then the 500 Pro HX, they are 3.5 headsets, so they're going to work on any device. Again, straight 3.5, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch, mobile, anything that has a 3.5, right? Even the mic. Now, coming over to the 700 Pro HX, they are wireless, so they are only going to work on PC and Xbox, and there's actually a little switcher on the dongle, which we'll take a look at later, but they do make a wireless version for the PlayStation as well. So first off, let's talk about build and comfort. And I'm going to compile these together because looking at the headsets, I mean, it's almost hard to decipher one from the other. They look quite the same right here. Straight up talking about build, as you can see, they have the frame right down there, and then it goes into the headband. On the 500s here, we have these metal headbands, as you can see. Coming over to the 700, it is plastic going right across there. So yeah, the 700s, even being a wireless headset, they feel much lighter than the ones with the metal headband. Now, does the metal headband give it more durability? I don't think so. I mean, all of them, as you can see, like, look at that stretch out right there. Twist these bad boys up, not a single bit worried. Because again, you got the metal that connects into the plastic right there. And then again, you got the adjustable headband here. Coming over to the 700s that are fully plastic, one side to the other, again, I still don't get worried. The headband kind of stops you from stretching it out too far, but I mean, nobody's going to be stretching it this far. But even as far as twisting, I don't get worried one bit. Now, the other thing as far as comfort, as you've seen on these guys, they had little notches right there. And then the ear cup is just connected in. So what you can do, same with the old rigs when they were Plantronics, they just snap off and then you can adjust it. That's how you pretty much adjust it to small, right there, or all the way onto the bottom for large. And then again, that adjustable headband. So it feels like it's just floating on your head. And when you combine all of that right there with that adjustment and then that headband, I mean, as I stated 2 years ago, these things are incredibly 100% stinking cozy. They are very, very comfortable. Again, as far as lightweight, the adjustability, these fantastic ear pads, definitely like Arctis line of ear pads, right? Sports material there, pleather in and out. Now these guys have got the green inside, but of course you're not going to see that. My ears don't touch the drivers at all. Now even going up to the 700s, the ear pads are the same. Again, just a different color. You got the sports material here, and then pleather lined on the inside. And yes, you can take the ear pads off and change them out if you want. So as far as comfort and build across every headset here, and heck, I even looked up some other ones online, some other ones they offer, and they're all fairly the same as far as style and build. Again, little differences here with the metal headband and then the plastic right there. But as far as comfort, I mean, in build, they get a complete win. They feel very durable and very comfortable. And heck, even if you're looking at a different one, I think they're gonna get the same pass right there as far as comfort and build. So now that we just covered some similarities as far as that comfort and build, let's talk about something that's different, and that is some of the features, functions, and I guess usability of each headset here. Start with the 500EX. As you can see, we have that detachable wire right here, and here is your volume control. You have different connections in there as far as a PlayStation controller, Xbox controller, or heck, you can just leave it off. But again, you can control your volume right by that little knob right there. Detachable microphone, as you see, and it can clip right into the headset, and it clips in there really nice, as you see. Included windscreen, flip down to active, flip up to mute. And you get a little like clip in there so you know when it does go active or not. So again, detachable microphone right there, and this is where your 3.5 goes, right into the back. Now coming over to the 500 HX, EX, and all these X's, they confuse me here. Again, detachable microphone right here, and it just says 500 on the microphone on both of these guys. It doesn't say HX or EX, so a little confusing. Maybe I got it mixed up. But anyways, nice and secure clip in here, windscreen included. Flip down, flip up to mute, and again, you do get that little clip in there. But on the HX, the 3.5 is not detachable. It's included in there, and as you see, you have that flat wire that doesn't tangle up right there, and then you have your inline controls with a little slider right on the knob right there. But again, the 3.5 is attached right there. So as far as the EX to HX, that's the difference as far as the detachable and inline controls right there. Coming over to the 700, the wireless. Of course, you get your wireless controls right here. You have game to chat adjustment right there. Little tactile step right in the middle. Then you have your pairing and your power, your volume wheel, and it's pretty firm in there too, so it's not going to just slip on you here. Now the volume is continuously rolling, but when you max it out, it beeps on you. Charging port, mic mute, and then again, a detachable microphone, as we can see here. Now on the 700, we don't get a windscreen included with our microphone. And the microphone here is not flip up to mute. Again, it's just right there, and then your mute is right on the bottom. And as I stated with the dongle, as you can see, you can flip it over to console and then PC right there, and then again, you have your pairing. But you don't really have to dabble with the pairing. You pretty much plug it in and you're good to go. Just remember to switch it to console or PC, whichever device you're using. All right, so now for the mic test on the Rig headsets. Now we're gonna test the two here, the 500 Pro EX wired right here, and then the 700 Pro HX, the wireless one, just so we got a comparison of the wired and wireless. And by the way, we are using the 500 Pro EX right now. Again, this one has flip up to mute, which is right there. You probably heard that little scratch sound. That's kind of a little notification let you know, hey, it is muted. And again, on this microphone, we do have the included windscreen. So all in all, mic test, Rig 500 Pro EX. Let's go and check out the wireless set. All right, so now we're using the wireless version here, the 700 Pro HX, giving you, again, the HX EX is just mixing me up. But all in all, this is a mic test on a Rig 700 Pro HX wireless gaming headset. Again, as far as muting right here, your mute switch is on the bottom, right there, and you actually get a tone whenever you mute it and then activate it, so you do know it is muted or not. And again, this headset does not come with the included windscreen. So all in all, this is the mic test for the wireless Rig headset, the 700 Pro HX. So looking at those differences right there, they're kind of minor in my opinion. Yeah, I do prefer the detachable wire. I surely do. But again, comparing them across there as far as bass headset, that comfort, that build, and again, the features packed on them, quite similar. And again, rolling into the next subject here, it's going to be quite similar as well. That's talking about sound. So, talking about the sound and saying that it's similar. There are some differences, sure. On the 500s, we have 50mm drivers. On the 700s, we have 40mm drivers. They're all packing a frequency range of 20 to 20,000. And yes, they all do come with an activation for Dolby Atmos. Now, on the 500s, you get scratch-off codes right here. As you can see, scratch-off codes for the taken if we can get focus. All right, so there's some Dolby Atmos codes for you. Hopefully some of you will get to enjoy it. I have a lifetime subscription on mine, so I'm good to go. But anyways, as far as on the 500s, again, you get the scratch-off codes here, and those are active for 2 years. On the 700, it's actually tied to the device, kind of like what we saw in the new Corsair Virtuoso. It's tied to the device. So as long as you have the device, it lasts for that long right there, you know what I mean? So, talking about Dolby Atmos and being able to tweak it, I enjoy Dolby Atmos even though I don't use it much because I kind of like that core sound. But it is cool because again, we talk about being able to adjust sound, your EQs and everything, and you get that access with Dolby Atmos. But let's focus on the core sound of the Rig headsets right here. Again, talking 50mm drivers to 40mm drivers here. Believe it or not, they all sounded the exact same. To a T, across device. And I tested them all on multiple different devices, even a PlayStation going wired to wired right here, you know what I mean? And then the wireless on PC and Xbox, playing multiple games. But my main game of test right lately is Outriders. I love playing that game. I just feel like it's great for testing headsets. Again, as I stated before, the weapons with different sounds, the abilities with different sounds, the monsters, the environment, your footsteps. There's just so many different sounds going on, and it's really nice to be able to pick them apart, right, with most headsets. Now, talking about that as well, being able to pick apart sounds, I did not get that with these Rig headsets. It was kind of like whatever sound it was focused on, that was exaggerated. You know what I mean? The monster, when they come in over here and just pounce down, that took it over. You know what I mean? If I pounded on the ground and slapped an ability down, it took it over. It wasn't staticky or like scratchy or anything like that. But again, that's all I heard in the headset. So as far as like sound separation or anything, I didn't get it. And again, nowadays with headsets, we're seeing a lot of them kind of take the trend of expanding that range and different drivers and stuff and really bringing out those sounds, kind of being more headphone soundish, you know, rather than gaming headset of 2 years ago. You know, I was still getting that gamer headset sound from 2 years ago, if you catch my drift, you know what I mean? And again, I don't think many of us are looking for that in headphones these days. Again, I'm not saying the sound is bad. It wasn't horrible, like, oh God, this is just the worst thing ever, you know? But it was like, okay, I like these and I loved them 2 years ago with that sound, but now we've gone so far that it's like, it's not really doing anything that wowed me, you know? That sound separation. If you're playing a first-person shooter, you're not gonna get that sound separation. You're gonna hear your weapon firing, and that's it. You're not gonna hear that guy coming around the side. You got a guy firing over here and a guy coming over here onto your side, you're not going to hear it because all you're going to hear is that sound that's louder over there. You know what I mean? Rainbow Six, if you're throwing up a wall, that's all you're going to hear. You're not going to hear anything else around you. Same with Outriders. With the abilities, that's all you hear, nothing else around you. None of the environment or anything. And that's a bummer. It really is a bummer. All right, so if you're still with me here and I haven't lost you on that sound topic right there, I'm pretty sure you can kind of round up this review by yourself, right? And come up with that conclusion. Is it a recommendation from me? Nah, I feel like there's better out there. Now, as far as the prices, they're not bad, ranging from around 100. The actual 500 EXs, you can find them somewhere for around 50, like on Amazon. And do I think they're worth 50? Yeah, like it's a great $50 headset. Hands down. If you find a Rig 500 EXs for 50, definite great deal, easily. But usually like at Best Buy and stuff, you're gonna find them for 100. But I did just look on Amazon and they have them for 50. So kind of weird as far as the pricing. Now the 700 Pros are 120. And we think about that as a wireless headset at 120. I start thinking what's gonna come up in that range, right? You get the Turtle Beach 600, Gen 2s. I'm not sure what else has come. Nothing's come right in, the Arctix 1s. I would pick all those over these still. The comfort of these are awesome. I can't say that enough. But again, the biggest thing, and some of those other headsets are ranging that 20 to 20 with 40 or 50 millimeter drivers, but I think the tuning of these are still tuned, again, to that 2-year-old gaming headset. Which again, don't take it like I'm bashing. I'm not saying that. It's again, we're just experiencing different kind of sounds these days where you get more of that environment. And this is just kind of that old where it was just kind of just muddy and everything was jumbled right there. So that's where I put these headsets. And again, talking about 2 years ago when I first reviewed them, I loved them. Now, I like them. You know, would I recommend them? Only if you find them for a good deal. Like I said, if you find an EX for 50 bucks, hey, scoop them up all day long. Links right down in the description actually for this one for 50 bucks. But again, when you get into these newer ones, what I would have liked to seen with the new company, Nacon acquired the Rig lineup from Plantronics. Actually, when you go on Amazon, it's still under the Plantronics store. When you look on it, they're pretty weird. But anyways, with them acquiring it, I would have liked to have seen some updates, some changes, some improvements. You know what I mean? Not necessarily just, okay, let's rebrand them. And that's what I feel like is here, you know, like, okay, we took them from Plantronics, let's boost them up and sell them. And I love that they're keeping it alive, because when I heard that the Rig line of headsets were going away and I couldn't find them anywhere, like, I was like, shucks, man, that is such an awesome headset, a headset with so much potential, a headset that 2 years ago I absolutely loved, you know what I mean? So when I saw them bringing it back, I was like, get out of here, no way. Like, I was so excited. But put them on my head, I was kind of like, meh, okay, whatever. So again, right now, I give them a, you know, but I hope in the future that they really improve on this, build on this, because this headset has so much potential to be one of the best up there, you know, but we need some driver tuning, just some updates. Like, let's refresh them. You know what I mean? And then I think they get a win. But right now, yeah, just catch them on sale. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my review on the Rig headsets right here. If you got any other questions, ask right down in the comments. Always glad to talk shop. But again, I hope I helped you out if you're looking for a new headset or heck, interested in the new Rig headsets right here. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos. Hey, I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.